One more famous writer, like James Joyce, could not make a living writing. You did a line that I listened to it 3 times on Audible. It has something to do with the naked footprint in the virgin sand. Like it's such a magical line, and they didn't
That's
think he
his
could teach.
line.
Yeah, yeah, his line. Yeah, you
Oh,
quote his line, and he couldn't even get. They didn't think he could teach English, right? Somewhere in Italy or
he
something like
couldn't
that.
get a job teaching English as a second language at a technical college in Medina. And he'd already written like Dubliners and almost all of Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, right? So you can imagine he sat a 3-day exam and then gave which I mean I'm assuming he passed, right? Like and then he you could just imagine these adjudicators in Italy who don't speak English coming to the guy and saying, "Sorry, like you just we don't think that you're competent to teach English at a college level." I mean, like how bizarre! The amazing thing was like I'd always kept these stories in my mind as sort of comfort things. And then when Dan called me, who's a publisher of Global Oasis, and wanted me to write it, I was like, "Well, I have these notes." And he's like, "Great." And I was like, I assumed that I'd sort of misheard things or that things had been exaggerated, and that when I went and checked when I went and read the biographies and checked the history, it'd be like, "Oh, it wasn't actually that bad." It was always way worse than I thought it was. Like it was always like, "Oh my god!" Like he gave this I'd heard this lecture before, and I was like, "That's the lecture he gave," and they didn't hire him. And it was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's crazy."
Another great line from the book that you write. You go, trying to find fulfillment in writing is like trying to learn how to fly by jumping off a cliff.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so,
I mean, writing is not fulfilling. It's a
yeah.
very, very odd thing that people think that writing is fulfilling.
Mhm.
Like that it's not a path to fulfillment. It is not a path to happiness. It's not.
It,
Any more than like being a carpenter is a path to happiness.
yeah,
You know what I
sure,
mean?
sure.
Or
Yeah,
making a living is a path to happiness. Like, that's not how you get happy.
yeah. There's a quote like, no one knows anything, where like, you write that these, like, one, you talk about James Joyce, you talk about Herman Melville, how their amazing work wasn't even appreciated. Then you said, I would fell on the floor. Anne Frank's diary was rejected 15 times by publishers.
Yeah. But all
That's
all
crazy.
of the yeah, I mean, that's a crazy one